Hey everyone, so great to see you again and really excited about who we have on today. It is SEKOU PYLE. SEKOU, thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you, Erin. Thank you for having me. Look at your setup. This is beautiful. A little display. Everything is great.
Well, it is always the who, not how, and I can tell you all this you're looking at, that is definitely a who. So, and
I
it's not
get
me.
it. Me either. I get you.
It's all good, and I love it, and I love your shirt. I love your
Oh,
shirt.
thank you. This is a
It is.
who, not how as well. This is one of the agents on my team and my sister. So she's both. She's
Oh,
got a design company, Blake by Detailer. It's wonderful. I get all kinds of perks for being a part of it.
I love it. I love it. We'll have to talk more about that and get her contact information.
Okay, I got you.
Wonderful. Well, SEKOU, tell us a little bit about yourself and how you got into real estate.
I am an older man. I've been in the business for 23 years now. And oh, by the way, you may hear a little extra noise. We're remote learning, and it's lunchtime in my universe. So you may hear kids behind me. I don't know if you can hear that or not.
It is all good. You're built for this, and so
I'm
am
built
I.
for this.
That's
So
right.
I'm a father of 5. And
Wow.
so what I've had to learn how to do is to hustle. We got a good teamwork. We're playing zone. Hold on. Ta-da! I'm back.
Ta-da!
So as a father of 5, look, you learn that you've got to keep the hustle going.
Yes.
I've been doing real estate exclusively for the last 20 something years. And I started in some of the more independent companies and went to some of the big box companies. And over the years, it's just been one Frankenstein monster after the other, like trying to put things together.
Right.
And now I'm at a place in my life and my business where I'm almost, don't tell anybody, but I'm almost printing money. I'm almost printing deals. Success is a machine for me now. And it's awesome. I'm not complaining, knock on wood.
Yes. Yes, yes, yes. That is awesome, and I'm so glad to hear that. So what would you say, SEKOU, is your why?
It's a longer story that I'll look to make short. Okay.
You
So
take as
I
long as
was
you need. We've got as long as we want.
so I was at this little mom and pop at the top of Hoboken. Hoboken is 1 square mile.
Okay.
And I have been used to in my whole life doing everything well. I am one of those guys that, show me once, I got this, and then I'm going to make it better. Right.
Right.
Well, real estate, I stepped into the market and I was all excited about it. Expensive suit, Mercedes outside.
Yep.
I was going win, 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 no matter what. This is easy. I could do anything. And the cold reality of real estate set in. And 3 months go by, 4 months go by, half a year goes by,
Right.
and I got nothing.
Right.
I haven't done a deal at all. And this guy next to me, younger guy, young, handsome, suave dude, right? He's in flip-flops and shorts and tank tops. He drives a motorcycle around. He looks like a beach bum. As a matter of
Right.
fact, he goes surfing every morning, right? And every week he's closing deals. He's got checks every single week.
And you're like,
my competitive nature is raging. The monster that's inside of me is like, we must kill him and take his deal. And I couldn't figure out what I was doing wrong. And I was showing up early. I was the best employee in the spot.
mm-hmm.
And I made a decision that very week that I would never go another week without a paycheck. Well, little did I know is that a paycheck was the opposite of what I needed. I needed to
Right.
build a business.
Mm-hmm.
And my youngest daughter was born not too long after that. And I said to myself, well, what kind of dad do I want to be? Like, how do I want to show up for this kid?
Mm-hmm.
And the monster in me, the beast in me says, well, you've always been the best at things. You just have to figure out what it is you're going to be the best at.
Right.
And it wasn't a Cinderella story. It didn't happen overnight. It wasn't like, it was a switch. But when I changed the target it changed my trajectory, and I started to produce like crazy. Like crazy. It took me a couple of years to really get it into like a system and function. But once I got it into a system and function, it was like you go to an ATM and you push the buttons and deals would pop out.
Mm-hmm.
So my biggest why right now, just so that everybody is clear, is that I just want to be able to pass something on, something tangible. I want to pass something on. If I had to be selfish, right? My mission, as of right now in 2021, my mission is to be considered one of the best real estate professionals in the world. My big why is so that I could pass that on to my kids.
That's amazing.
Thank you.
It is great. And it's so, you can tell that you're being so genuine about that, because if you weren't, everyone would see right through that.
Yeah. It sucks sometimes because you give in this mindset. Put it this way. I've learned that the more you give, the more you get.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And not knowing what to give sometimes is the biggest challenge.
Yes.
I think everybody wants to do it.
Yes.
But I don't think that most of us really, really understand the target. And once I understood the target, it became easy. It became really, really easy.
What would, or talk to everyone about growing your business by prospecting?
It was the thing I liked the least, and is the thing that have returned the most for me.
There you go.
Right. So I had this coach back in the day. If you're out there, Tony, I always give you credit for this. Tony D'Souza. He was the blue collar coach, and I was going through something really heavy in my life, and it was really huge life change, and it was depressing and it sucked. And I would show up to work and I was just as easily, I would just bite your head off as it would that I would smile at you, if that makes sense, right?
It does.
And Tony says to me one day, in the greatest statement that I think I've ever heard in my life, it was a question. He says, "Hey, Sekou, the situation, it sucks, right?" And I'm like, "Yeah." He says, "Do you think it would be better with or without money?" And I go, "With." He was like, "Put that crap in a box and pull your big boy pants up."
Yep.
And get to prospecting and change your trajectory. And I did. Like I prospecting has been the single thing that has been the game changer for me and so many other agents like me.
Right.
The formula is simple. Go out there and meet more people than you knew yesterday. There's a simple solution, right? Go out there and meet more people than you did yesterday, right? And so some people do it by door knocking. Some people do it by, I don't know, having a pie sale or whatever it is.
Right.
I am incredibly lazy. Oh, I'm supposed to say efficient. I'm sorry. So the best way for me to do it with the most amount of people in the least amount of time was to pick up the phone and start dialing. Mm-hmm. And prospecting as a mindset is me looking for as many different no's as possible. All right. I want to know every single way you can say no to me. Because once that's exhausted, the only thing left for me is yes. Right. And so prospecting as a mindset is the art of 90% no. Over the last couple of decades, I've learned that every list that I have, every opportunity that's in front of me, no matter how much I pay for the list, no matter how much I pay for the service, no matter how well I curate the list, no matter where the list comes from, it is still 90% no. And once I embraced that, prospecting became fun, effective, and hugely productive. Hugely productive. I hit the phones every day saying, "Oh, wow. Oh, I wonder if I'll hear a new objection today." I have not heard a new objection in at least 5 years. Right. And so I'm it's a game. I'm looking for, hey, hey, listen, I'm speaking to for sale by owners, and I'm wondering if you sell this house, where are you going next? And they go, you know what, I'm interested. I'm all set. I don't want to work with a real estate agent. I don't want to pay a commission. I say, that's okay. The last 5 people I helped started with a conversation just like this, right? It's just listening and being okay with the response, not being attached to the outcome. Prospecting is creating the numbers that is the language of your business. So there's my simple formula. Talk to more people today than I knew yesterday.
Yep.
Right? Go out and get as many no's as possible, as many different versions of no as possible. Understand that I'm going to get at least 90% no's, and make it okay. Make it okay for them to say no. Make it okay. It's fine, because the reality is some will, some won't. So what? I'm going to speak the language of my business.
Mhm.
Every no is a number, and the numbers are the language of your business. So if I could speak that language, I'll be just fine. I hope that wasn't word soup or word salad.
No. That is called gold. Gold
Thank
soup.
you. Thank
I
you.
love
Thank
it.
you. Thank you.
Sekou, what would your adolescent self not recognize about you today?
Wow. That is a great question. That is a great question. I know the answer, and I want to acknowledge the fact that no one has ever asked me that question before. That is an awesome, awesome question. I'm going to add that to my list of questions in my brain to ask myself daily. My adolescent self wouldn't understand I don't know if you could see this black sign behind me. It says grit. My adolescent self would not understand the grit that I have right now. So I was a dabbler my whole life, because I was very successful at doing things well, right? I was a great mimic. I could understand things rapidly. I got bored very quickly.
Mm-hmm.
And so I would start stuff, if my mom was a huge tennis player, so I went out and started learning tennis, and I probably could have been really, really good, but I got to a point where it's the same thing back and forth.
Right.
And then I did the same thing with the guitar, and I did the same thing with this, and I did the same thing with that, like over and over again. I would quickly master something, right? We all know that I wasn't. I just, wasn't a newbie anymore.
Right.
I was better than new, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then I would give it up and go do something else. Well, the new me, I only do one thing every day. I just lead generate. I just grow. I sell. That old me wouldn't understand the grit that the new me has.
Yes.
That's a great question.
So powerful. And I'm learning all and more about grit.
Yeah.
This late. How does being part of EXP and Honey Badger Nation make you feel?
The 1000% honest answer, the open Sekou, is I am terrified in the greatest way possible. Right? I am the abundance that's here, the information that is readily available, the freedom in which people share is completely alien to me.
Yes.
It's completely alien to me. I'm used to, so my team, we do probably around 300 transactions a year, right? Hard fought transactions, the Frankenstein monster that we have to put together in order to make those transactions happen. I mean, we've had to pull CMAs together and tools and tips and things like that. I've got people that are doing 1,000 transactions a year, literally writing down where I should go, who I should talk to, what I should do. And I'm like, you're just gonna give this to me? And they're like, yeah,
right.
We all win together. So the greatest answer I can get, what does it make me feel? It makes me feel the greatest kind of terror, like the best roller coaster in the world. that you can't wait to get on, but you're still going to be like, holy crap. That's how it makes me feel. And it's been a great ride. And every single day, more and more, it just reveals more and more just abundance and gratitude. I'm having a good time.
We can tell. We can absolutely tell. So obviously you've had a lot of success up to this point in your career. What's important to you at this stage of your life and your career?
I love it. This is good. Multiplying myself, duplicating myself. You see the Appointment Academy is on the screen. The Appointment Academy is a way for me to sort of give to agents who I feel have the same passion, and the same sort of drive, but there's no one saying take action in this way, right? And so what's driving me now, what I want to do in this career, what's next for me is to see how many different times over I can replicate my results, right? So I'm just going to give, and so it's like giving seeds and seeing what's going to grow in different parts of the world.
Right.
Very recently, we had an Appointment Academy. We just had one, and one of the agents, because I do this after action thing, right? And so I'm like, let's tally up your volume based on the Appointment Academy. And I'm watching her, and she takes a moment, and she's like, this can't be right. And I'm like, what? And she's like, I've got $3.77 million worth of volume created from basically a week and a half worth of activity. She's like, that can't be right. And I'm like, why can't that be right? She was like, because I just started in September. It's like, I was a part-time agent up until last month. And I'm like, you are doing the work? Well, I don't know what to say, It's that feeling. Yeah, I got goosebumpsies too, right? It's that feeling that I look to replicate now. I want the people in my life to outperform their dreams, right? I have a quote that I say, it's okay to dream like a fourth grader does, right? The fourth grader doesn't give thought to how much things cost. They don't give thought to, the space in their garage or whatever. Where would you keep a dinosaur if you had it? Like, nobody cares. Right. I just want one, right? It's give yourself the freedom to think like a fourth grader, to dream like a fourth grader.
I love that. Well, Sekou, I can't thank you enough for joining us today, even amongst a last minute possible snafu.
Disaster.
But the grit took you through. And I cannot think of a better way to spend my 20th anniversary of being licensed as a realtor than speaking to you.
Congratulations.
I love it. I love it.
Before we sort of break off, right? I have been saying this lately, and I think it would add value, if you don't mind.
Please.
I am a consummate sort of entrepreneur. I've been faking it till I make it, for years in my life, all the other careers that I've done. And I'm here at EXP, and this model, the idea that I can do whatever I want, that I can grow in any direction that I want, solves a huge issue that I didn't know I had.
Yes.
And that is, I have been developing companies for other people my whole life. And I'm in a space now where I'm developing equity. I'm developing the company based in the direction I want to go to. Yes. So what I've been saying lately is thank you so much for this model. Thank you so much for the way that this model interacts with us and allowing us to line up and get in alignment with each other. So I'm really happy to be in business with you, Erin.
Same with me. Thank you so much, Sekou.
Thank you.
Thank you.